What up? It's Jimmy from odds.com. This is a clip from our big NCAA opening lines early leans show that we shoot every Monday at 2 p.m. Eastern. To watch the entire show, just hit the link on the bottom of the screen. It's available exclusively on odds.com. All right, let's move into the 9:30 p.m. Eastern spot right now. Air Force Falcons at Utah State Aggies. Air Force opening up at minus 10.5. That's where they stand now. This total is sitting at 48. It opened at 48.5. Is it still there? It's gone up to 51.5. It is shooting up as we speak. Air Force 2-2, 1-2 in the Mountain West. The Aggies 1-4, 1-4 in the Mountain West. Maverick Stadium, Logan, Utah, 27 Fahrenheit on Thursday night. Clear, 4 miles per hour. Both teams coming off victories over New Mexico. Air Force coming off a 28-0 win at home over the Lobos. They had lost back-to-back games to San Jose State and Boise State. Utah State got their first win of the season over New Mexico 6 days after Air Force beat them. They won 41-27 at home over the Lobos. With quarterback Jason Shelley kicked off the team with their head coach fired. Backup quarterback Andrew Peasley came in and was excellent. Sophomore went 14-21, 239 yards, 3 TDs. He also rushed for 11 times for 118 yards, 1 touchdown. And I was fading them. I was very fortunate to get cash the first half because Utah was carrying the play, and there was a fumble in the end zone that resulted in a touchback that allowed that first half to cash on the Lobos. It's my fault for betting on New Mexico. But in this spot, I wonder if they come back down to earth against the Air Force. Let's let Nolly Knows get this started for us. Air Force, Utah State.
Yeah, I think you said it right there, Jimmy. You got to remember their opponent and who they face. That's a New Mexico team that really gives up a lot of yards through the air. And really, that's not what they're going to be facing here with the Air Force. Air Force has done pretty well against defensively this year, only giving up 18.2 points per game. They did get lit up by Boise State, but a much better Boise State and a much better offensive team than what you've seen out of Utah, only averaging 17.2 points per game. And the big thing, what I see out of Air Force is their ability to stop the run, only giving up 105 yards per rushing yards per game. And that's going to be a big thing for Utah State. If they can't get the run going, it's going to be a long day for the quarterback. And Air Force on the other side, I expect them to control the clock, control the running game. You look at what Utah State's given up, 200 yards rushing. They're going to have a tough time against this triple option of the Air Force, and the slow pace of which Air Force plays at. They're 100th in pace, 67.5 plays per game. I disagree with the movement. I'll be taking a shot at the under now that it's moving in that 50 range.
Moving against this market move is very, very exciting. Nolly Knows. Let's see what CMac has to say. Nolly leaning on the under here in Logan, Utah.
Yeah, I'd lean with the under as well a little bit. The whole thing, I think, it took a while, was New Mexico was bad. I thought the game was going just how I thought it was, and then I leave Thanksgiving, come home about 20 minutes later, and there's 3 touchdowns after halftime. So that was crazy. But with Shelley leaving and that Andrew Peasley kid, he came in, he threw the ball well. So I think that might have been the difference. We'll see, can he do it again? But I think that was the change for them. Maybe it gives them a little spark. Of course, they didn't do it. It was just like a blow-up of a third quarter. One of those everything that rolled happened in that one quarter. Just kind of boom, boom, boom. Shit rolled downhill. It's a lot of points at 10. I just lean a little bit on the under. I don't want to lay 10.5 with Air Force here and just lean a little bit on the under.
No, I don't want to either. But I don't know if I actually believed what I was seeing. I do think that they feel good about themselves for the first time all season. And I don't know if that will lead them to falling back to earth or continuing that forward momentum. Let's hear what John Ryan has to say. Air Force, Utah State.
I like Air Force in this matchup. I think Connor and Nolly both nailed it on the head there with the inability of Utah State to stop the triple option. I actually have the machine learning saying that Air Force will have over 400 rushing yards.
Wow.
So that's a ton, but you compare that to Buffalo this past week, that's the first half. But seriously, the Utah State's head coach Calhoun has not done well in these matchups, the way these two teams are coming in. So, for example, Calhoun's 1-9 in road games where the total is between 49 and 54. I'm sorry, that's actually Calhoun, who's the coach of Air Force. So my bad there. Let me get back on track here. But that is a trend that works, against Air Force, obviously, if you like Utah State. The system that I just mentioned actually is on this game as well, which is pretty coincidental that back-to-back games in the rotation would be appearing on the same night on a Thursday, but it applies. You're playing against home underdogs, horrible scoring defense, allowing 35 or more points per game, and after a game playing 60 or more, scoring 60 or more points in that game. 64% winners. And let me get back to the team trend I wanted to mention. All right, here we go. Air Force, 33-12-1 in road games after allowing 14 or fewer points in their last game. That was what Nolly was mentioning about that great run defense they have. They're 19-6-2 in road games after allowing 9 points or less in their last game. So it all adds up to I think it's a solid bet. They're 44-24-3 after a win by 21 or more points. I could go on, but I won't.
Do you think you're going to be making anything official in this Air Force Utah State game, John?
Of the game so far, this one definitely has the potential to be official. If you're going to break down the best bets, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday best bets, this has potential to be the best bet when we do that.
All right. We are going to be looking for the Thursday, Friday best bets from you guys. And we only have 4 games to pick from. Those are the 2 Thursday games.